So, in this session, we are going to study CMOS inverter as well as two input TTL NAND gate. So, what actually the CMOS inverter is? CMOS is called as complementary metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, which is your voltage control device. So, how to identify whether a given MOS is N channel or P channel? So basically your CMOS inverter are of two type, N channel and P channel. Okay, so there are three terminals, gate, drain and source, which is your voltage control device. See in the PPT, the three terminals are gate, drain and source. In both the cases, your gate and source terminal are connected together, and in the first diagram, the arrow is pointing inwards in N channel MOSFET. When the arrow is pointing inward, that is called as your N channel MOSFET. And in terms of your P channel MOSFET, the arrow is pointing outward, which is vice versa that of your transistors. Already discussed, transistors are of two type, NPN and PNP transistor. The arrow of NPN transistor is pointing outward and PNP which is pointing inward. Here it is exactly opposite. In N channel, the arrow will be pointing inward, and in terms of P channel, the arrow will be pointing outwards. So these are the symbols of your CMOS inverter. The three terminals are gate, drain and source. So there are two types of MOS devices, N channel and P channel. So the point for discussion is, what is CMOS inverter? CMOS inverter is the combination of your P channel MOSFET and N channel MOSFET. Okay, the name itself suggests inverter. Inverter means what? If you will be giving 1, it will be 0. If it will be 0, it will be 1. So let us understand the operation of your CMOS inverter device. So in the diagram, that is called as your circuit diagram, it consists of two MOSFET devices joined together. First is your P channel MOSFET and second is your N channel MOSFET. Now these both are joined together and a common terminal is taken, that is drain terminal. So drain is the common terminal for both your P channel and N channel. So gate and source terminal are connected together and drain terminal is taken as a common term. Now how to understand the operation of your CMOS inverter? The most important thing to remember is PMOS will become on when it will be having low input. Remember the statement properly, when PMOS is going to become on, when it will be getting low input, and NMOS is going to become on when it will be getting high input. So that is the working principle of your CMOS inverter. PMOS will become on when it will be getting low input, and NMOS will be becoming on when it will be getting high input. Now let us see the operation. Now see the diagram. In that diagram we have to give input is equals to 0. When I will be giving input is equals to 0, at that time, if I am giving input 0, fine. So if input is 0, at that time what will be PMOS and NMOS at the input of PMOS and NMOS? If input is 0, at the gate of your P channel you will be having what? 0. And at the gate, or we can say input of N channel, I will be having 0. Both the cases it will be 0 and 0. Now tell me, if it is 0, already discussed the condition, when it will get 0 as input, it will become on. So P channel it will be getting 0, so my P channel will become on, and again at the gate of your N channel I will be having what? 0. 0 means what? That particular device will become, it will become what? It will become off. Okay, because what is the condition for N channel? It should get high input, at that time it will become on. Here it is low, so it will not become on. Fine. Now let us see what is that. This is my input. I will be getting input over here. So second condition is what? What is second condition? In second condition I will be getting here what? 1. What I will be getting here? 1. Fine. When I will be giving here 1, at that time this device will become what? It will become off. Okay, because P channel is going to become on when it will be getting what? Low input, but here it is high. Here I will be giving what? 1. I have given 1. Now when my N channel is going to become on, when it will get 1. Now it is getting what? 1. If it has got 1, so it will become what? On. Fine. So what is the scenario over here? When that particular device is going to become on and when that particular device is going to become off. So when it is going to become on, it depends upon N and P channel. Now let us see. Again I will be explaining you. When I will be giving input as 0, at that time my P channel is going to become on. At that time my output will be what? It will be obviously high. When I will be giving input is equals to 1, at that time my P channel will become what? Off, and my N channel will become on. So these are the conditions for a gate to become on and off. Now let us see what I have given here. 0. Okay, when I have given 0 over here, at that time my N channel is going to become on. It is going to become on. Okay, and what about my P channel will become on, and what about N channel? It will become what? It will become off. Why? Because P channel will become on when it will be getting low input. Now what is second condition and what will be the output over here? It will be 1, or we can say high. That is first condition. See, when I will be giving 0, at that time my PMOS will become on, NMOS will become off, and what will be my output? High. Now vice versa condition. So what is vice versa condition? Now let us see vice versa condition. What I will be giving here? I will be giving here 1. What I will be giving? 1. Just a minute. 1. Fine, I will be giving here 1. Okay, when it will be having 1, what it will become? It will become off. If it is off, output will be what? 0. And what about this? This will become on. Now it is going to become on. So this will be off, output will be 0, and this will be what? On. So this is the condition how your CMOS inverter is going to work. So this is how your CMOS is going to work. So it is called as what? CMOS inverter. Whenever I will be giving 0, output will be 1. Whenever I will be giving 1, output will be 0. So that is called as CMOS inverter. The only condition to remember is what? When P channel is going to become on, when we are going to give low input voltage, and when your N channel is going to become on when it will be having high input. Okay, so this is how your MOS device is going to work.